with Blame It. Forgot to say stand by after I told you that. I'm so used to not having people in here or other. Currently 42 degrees outside our studios. It's 4:31. You got tuned to Eagle 810's Traffic Jams. Right now, very special guest in the studio with me. Finally met this man face to face, the one, the only, from Stars and Stripes Sports Photojournalism, Dave Ornauer. How are you today?
What's up, Conto? Far East High School basketball tournament action fixing to get busy at Yokota and Camp Zama. How are you today, Mr. Awesomeness?
I am doing fantastic today. It's Thursday. Had a nice run in the snow this morning to get me going, you know.
I can't stand snow.
I can't either, but I said, hey, I'm from Florida. Might as well go run in the snow today.
Can't stand snow.
I've
seen snow almost every day for the last 2 weeks.
It does get tiring after a while.
Oh, did I mention that I don't like snow? just in case I hadn't said that before, okay?
But you do like sports. I'll tell you, you know your sports.
I try. I do my best. Even when I'm outdone by his awesomeness on the NFL predictions, I still love sports. Yes, sir.
But that's in the past.
Yeah. We'll always look forward to next season. Hey, only 5 more months.
That's true. That's true. You know, I was talking about we should have the Olympics off. Then we started talking, well, we might as well have football season off too. You know. Just take over.
Deep in Far East High School basketball tournament action. Boys large schools at Yokota, girls large schools at Camp Zama. And I mean to tell you, today was a classic, I'll take the high road, you take the low road, involving Kubasaki High School. Kubasaki's boys playing in the quarterfinals against defending champion St. Mary's International, which is already on an emotional tide, playing for their deceased coach, Fred Sava, who passed 6 weeks ago. They break every team huddle shouting Sava instead of Titans or whatever. Mm-hmm. They have T-shirts on that say, playing hard for Coach Sava. Okay, so they're already on an emotional high, trying to repeat that championship. They go into the game against Kubasaki, they get the tip, they score, Kubasaki brings the ball up court and stops.
Okay.
The ball handler puts the ball against his hip, clock runs, everybody stands there, maybe a little jumping up and down to keep loose, until there were 10 seconds left in the quarter. Then Kubasaki tried to run a play, didn't score. First quarter score, 2-0. Same thing in the second quarter. Kubasaki gets the inbound on the alternating possession. Deontay Wadey brings the ball past midcourt and stops.
You just stop it.
And put the ball against his hip. And for 7 minutes and 50 seconds, that's what we stood there and watched. And, well, not me. I was scurrying to the record book to see what the lowest winning score in tournament history was and what the lowest to force the action. And then it was St. Mary's' turn to stall out the time. They eventually hung on and won by a 12-11 margin. Now, why did Kubasaki do this? Coach John Fick told me, St. Mary's slows everybody else down. We wanted to slow St. Mary's down. Mm-hmm. Against St. Joseph's, 21-18 was the final score of that one. Now, conversely, Kubasaki's girls senior, Gabby Falco, went the high route, breaking the single game scoring record with 42 points in a 71-56 victory in a consolation bracket against Yokota. The old record was 41. That was set 10 years ago by Yvonne Sears of Edron High School at Misawa, and that was set on her home court, oddly enough, against Yokota.
Okay.
What an amazing coincidence.
So one team here.
Why bother coming? You just never know what you're going to see at these tournaments. That's what makes it so much fun. I've been doing this for almost 30 years. Just when you think you've seen it all, this happens.
You never seen a score. What was it?
Played and scores like that. But no, not in the boys' large schools tournament. Not in this one. Never. I mean, that's, as I said, just when you think you've seen it all.
That's
The boys' large schools tournament continues through Saturday's championship game. That's at 7:30 p.m. at Yokota High School's Caps Gym.
Okay.
And the girls' championship game is at 4:30 p.m., and that's at the sparkling Yano Fitness Center on Camp Zama. We'll get to the final 4 pairings here in a minute. I guess you got a song for us, don't you?
We do. We're going to get to the final 4 here now on Eagle 810's Traffic Jams. I'm DJ Awesome, and in the studio with me, very special, the sports king, I'm going to say, right here from Stars and Stripes, it's Dave Ornauer. And we're talking about the Far East Basketball Championship for the high schools in the Kanto Plain.
Yeah, I'll say this. I'll give John Fick all the credit in the world, the Kubasaki boys coach. It was a good scheme.
Okay.
It could have worked.
Mm-hmm.
As it turned out, it didn't. So it's St. Mary's going back to its second straight Final Four. They won the championship last year on Yokota's home court, beating Yokota 35-33. They will face Simon Sanchez of Guam, also in its second straight Final Four. They play each other at 6 p.m. at Caps Gym, Yokota High School. That will be followed by Okadu, the Bulldogs. Anyway, it's Simon Sanchez and St. Mary's at 6 p.m., Okadu and Kadena at 7:30 p.m. That's at Yokota High School's Caps Gymnasium. At the Yano Fitness Center at 4:30, defending runner-up championship in a Far East tournament. They play at 6 p.m. And all of that is at Camp Zama's Yano Fitness Center.
So we got 2 locations going on.
Yes, we do. 2 locations and 4 really dynamite matchups. You talked about Kenny Rogers a while ago.
Uh-huh.
You got to know when to hold 'em, etc. I really don't know who to go with. I mean, I said Kadena at the outset. I'm going to stick with them as my original pick to win.
Okay.
But they are no guarantee against Okadu.
Like you said, anything can happen out there on the court.
Yeah, and St. Mary's, I think, is in the best position to win the whole thing. Quite honestly, they're playing very inspired basketball.
Mm-hmm.
They believe, they know that their coach is up on high with the Almighty. You know, just gazing down on them and smiling, saying, "Those are my boys. There's got to be my boys." And they're looking up back at him and saying, "Playing hard for Coach Sabo." Now on the girls' side, then Seoul American will with Kadena.
Okay.
Kadena entered Far East at 6-19, but a very misleading 6-19 because most of those losses came against very powerful Japanese girls teams and against women's teams in the Martin Luther King Invitational Tournament at Okinawa's Camp Foster. So you throw Saki that initiated the stall. You know, I was asked after, St. Mary's sat on the ball, huh? No! It was Kubasaki that sat on the ball!
So like you said, you never know what's going to happen.
You just don't know what you're going to see out there. That's what's so great about these tournaments, and it's so great about this job.
Mm-hmm.
2 other tournaments going on, small schools tournaments. The boys at Misawa Air Base, that Final Four is pretty well set. Host Edgren High School, defending champion Morrison Christian Academy, and Tegu American is still alive in the knockout bracket, as is Osan American.
Mm-hmm.
On the girls' side, you have International School of the Sacred Heart of Tokyo is up for grabs.
It sounds awesome. I'm going to throw that word out there.
It is, and
I don't like watching basketball on TV, I'll tell you, but going live to basketball games, it holds a special place in my heart. 'Cause I remember when I was a kid.
That you can't duplicate anywhere else. You know, the guys like Dominique, the human highlight reel. They played for big money and it's big business, the big crowds, the television contracts, everything like that. We don't have that sort of thing out here. I still refer to it as the last pure form of sports. And they're out there toiling, working hard, sweating, alternately laughing and crying, because they believe.
And that's why I say, high school. I went to almost every high school because, like you said, like high school athletes, they work for it. There's something in there. We went.
Come on out. There's plenty of room for you. We could go on all day.
We could. We could. So is there anything else you want to talk about real fast before you head back out to the tournaments?
Congratulations, DJ Awesomeness, on your football playoff predictions being higher percentage than mine.
But you picked the overall team to win.
Yeah, and again, as I told Casey last week, I am just so thrilled for the city of New Orleans, with all the problems it's had, and for all the problems the team has had over the years. To be able to finally rise up and capture that gold has got to be such a feel good. And you know that deep down inside, Peyton Manning has got to feel a little soft spot there too.
That's what I was telling you.
Yeah, it's got to.
It's got to be.
So, I know that Archie and Eli sure do. No 2 ways about it.
So we can look forward to the winners of this tournament.
We will talk about the exciting championship games as Tim Pujol, the tournament director for the boys here at Yokota, said, "It's just getting started. There are more surprises in store. I guarantee it."
All right, and I'm looking forward to next week at 4:30 Thursdays right here on Eagle A10. Dave Ornauer from Stars and Stripes. He's going to give us all the details. I'm glad that you got to come in the studio, actually.
I'm glad to be here. Glad to be here. Let's do this again soon.
Definitely, definitely. Thanks for stopping by, and enjoy the rest of the...
Look out,